Audit Gamble ready to go. So are we. As the tip nearly comes right to you, partner. KK Arnold steps out of bounds, and it will be Roadrunners basketball.
One of the things to keep an eye on for UTSA, can they take care of the basketball? No team is better at forcing steals than UConn. UTSA, a high turnover team, but also, can they control the tempo of the game? They want this to be as slow as possible, working into late in the shot clock.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by Capital One. For UTSA, Ariana Hardaway, Adriana Robles, Mia Hammond, Cheyenne Rowe, and Idara Udo. Their starting five. Here's Hardaway. Settles with Rowe. Shot clock down to 8. Hardaway guarded by Arnold. Using the screen from Udo. Shot clock down to 3. Hardaway forces it up. And right into the lap of Fudd. A good defensive possession from Connecticut.
But I think those are the kind of offensive possessions you are going to see from UTSA.
Fudd back ironing off. Good box out. Knocked out of bounds. And at last hit. UTSA, it's going to stay with Connecticut. AC Fudd, the most outstanding player in the Final Four last season. Got in incredible shape going into this season and has been able to maintain a lot of that muscle. She joked with us yesterday, you know, it's hard going through an entire season because the beginning of her career she had such extended absences. This is the first time she's been healthy throughout a season. Nice delivery there. Shade to Williams for the finish.
It looked like that time defensively. UTSA in a triangle in 2 with the 2 man-to-man defenders on AZ Fudd and Sarah Strong.
Tamara Allen getting the start today for UTSA. Here's Hardaway shoveling a pass inside. Rowe loses it. Arnold has it.
This is where Connecticut can be so good, pushing pace, getting into their secondary and their rhythm offensively.
An offensive foul called there against Connecticut, and I believe it's AZ Fudd who's whistled for the personal. It is her first.
Last possession, just little dribble handoff action. Great roll by Sarah Williams and the delivery from Shade. Williams is going to be an interesting X factor for Connecticut going through this tournament in terms of what she can bring on the offensive end of the floor.
Transfer from Wisconsin. Another trap here. You mentioned it before, partner. Connecticut led the nation in steals, 15.5 per game. And they come up with one there, and then a foul on Udo as UTSA just having a hard time getting any kind of clean passes off against Connecticut.
Connecticut, they get so much attention because of their beautiful offense and their efficiency and their ability to score, but they are an elite defensive team. They make every pass difficult. They make it hard for teams to even just switch sides of the floor.
Strong. A first-team All-American will fire. No. And Hardaway comes down with a rebound. The North Texas transfer. Had a really strong season for UTSA. That 3, a little too much on it from Allen, and the weak side board strong. Here comes Arnold, quickly into the arms of Shade. Banks it off, and Udo the rebound. Connecticut has not yet found the offensive rhythm, even though their defense has been stifling.
But you saw how quickly UConn went end-to-end after a quick shot by UTSA.
Udo can't wedge it in, and Fudd comes down with the rebound. Strong underneath to Williams. Williams the spin and the finish. Sarah Williams with the footwork and the English.
And especially because of the triangle in 2 and the focus on the 2 players of AZ Fudd and Sarah Strong. Other players are going to have decent looks. We've seen Sarah Williams getting those early.
Here's Rowe. Allen's jumper, that one is good, and UTSA finally on the board. Tamara Allen splashes the jumper.
That's a really nice looking mid-range pull-up by Allen.
Loves the mid-range, normally baseline, but there, getting one more from the wing. Arnold, who was so good in the Big East tournament, can't hit the jumper there, was 16 of 19 from the floor in the Big East tournament. Averaged over 13 points per game. Mia Hammonds has it taken away by Strong. Strong leaves. Shade lays.
One of the underrated parts of Sarah Strong's game is her ability on the defensive end, not only getting blocked shots, but her hands and her reading to be able to come over and help and just swipe the ball away.
Didn't Gino liken it to being around Lawrence Taylor?
Yes, he did.
Said it's like an offensive player with LT in the area. You just have to know that ball could be out of your hands at any moment. Step back three from Allen, won't go. Fudd, a good rebound on the weak side. Here's AZ Fudd, tossing back, Strong, assesses, kicks, Fudd, pull up, off. A 6-2 lead for Connecticut. In the early going, about midway through the first. Here on ABC and the ESPN app. Diane Rowe. There again, Strong just there to poke. Averages almost 3.5 steals per game. Shot clock at 5. Allen gonna have to hoist it up. Doesn't get it off in time. Another violation. Third turnover already for UTSA.
You see, good job here by Allen, dribbling right, little pull-up shot, and when you get those clean looks against the Connecticut defense, you have to take them, and then Sarah Strong just able to reach in. Talk about it, Ryan, like she can poke it away when on the player she's primarily defending, but she's so good as a help side coming in and getting those little steals. Been good at it all season, all career long.
On pace to be the first player since the 11-12 season to average 3 steals and 1.5 blocks per game in Division I. Kaylee Heckelin off the bench, so is Quinones, who can't hit the 3. Blanca Quinones, the Big East Freshman of the Year and the 6th Woman of the Year in the conference. We're the best freshman in the nation. Some substitutions for UTSA as well. Strong again comes up with a steal. Sarah Strong all the way in for the soft finish.
You don't typically see big players and post players able to get those kind of steals against smaller guards who are lower with their dribble.
Sarah Strong already a couple of steals in this one.
She's guarding the point guard, the quick poke with the right side, the gather with the left. It's one of the reasons she's the best player in the country.
For Karen Aston's team last year, won the conference regular season, then were upset in the conference tournament. This year, they win the American tournament as a 6th seed. And they did it on the strength of defense, you see, allowing under 58 points per game. And that's going to be a 10-second violation as that UConn pressure gets into UTSA, their 5th turnover as we check in with Holly.
Karen Aston was very positive in that last huddle for UTSA. She said, listen, most teams would be down 20 right now. We've been a good job here early, but we've got to be more physical. Stuff is open. We've just got to be more physical. Use your body and get the pass to the open player. She wasn't expecting them to come out in a full court press, though, after that timeout, Rebecca. That wasn't fair.
Well, that's one of the things Karen Aston was telling us yesterday is, her team is not equipped really to flourish against UConn's full court pressure. They're a high turnover team. She was worried about that coming into this game.
Shade can't hit the 3. Shots have not fallen yet for Connecticut. By the way, Fudd remains on the floor after picking up her 2nd foul. She has not picked up 4 in a game this season, has picked up 3 times. Hardaway into the paint, bodies, takes, can't hit. Quinones off the miss. Heckel gets away with a high dribble. Good. Quinones at 3. That one won't go either.
This is a smaller lineup for UConn with Sarah Strong playing the 5 and Quinones playing the 4. All 5 players for UConn right now capable of making 3-point shots. They haven't done it yet, but they are all capable.
Quinones knocked it away, and then Strong with those hands was able to grab it, but turns it over, and Hammonds takes advantage.
Hammonds is an exciting young player for UTSA, 6'3". She's got tremendous upside, has not been playing basketball for that long. Great athlete. We see her off the steal on the last possession, just going inside, fighting through, finishing.
A track star who can dunk. Hasn't done it in a game yet, but is capable. Here's Shade. Out to Quinones, her three. That won't go either, and Heckel whacks it out of bounds. Connecticut is 0 for 7 from 3, 4 of 6 from 2. And now Connecticut's going to go to the bench and Ali Zabel.
Well, this is an interesting thing. Earlier this season in a game against Xavier, UConn started the first quarter 0 for 9 from 3. Zabel came in and went 10 for 14 from 3 the rest of the game. And that's one thing, the luxury that Coach Oriema has this year with his depth, is if players aren't making shots, he can bring different players in.
Another steal, and Strong lays it in. 7 turnovers now for the Roadrunners. Trying to go at Fudd, who has the 2 fouls. Sinai Bean couldn't finish. Shade with space. Connects on a 3. First 3 of the game for Connecticut. More full court pressure. Hardaway able to break it. Allen thought about the 3, didn't take. Udo, no. Rebound dug up by Heckel, has a lot of speed. Fudd! And Udo the rebound. Udo trapped underneath, able to fight away, lost it for a moment. Robles, ooh, that easily could have been a 3rd foul on Fudd, and it is. It came in late, but it came from Gina Catanzarde, and it's going to be number 3 on AZ Fudd. So 3 first quarter fouls for one of Gina Oriema's stars.
And her second was picked up 90 feet from the basket here. You just can't risk that one there. You just got to let that go if you're playing with 2 fouls.
So now you wonder if we'll see Fudd again in this first half. Connecticut 50 straight wins. Only one of those games decided by single digits. The average margin of victory in those games, more than 30 points per game. The average margin of victory during the 50-game winning streak, 36.4. Hardaway, the pull-up is good.
That's her shot, too, and a nice little ball screen there. She is able to get to her mid-range, and as much as UTSA wants to use clock, at this point, you just have to take any good look that you can get.
Right now, you consider this a win for the Roadrunners, down just 7 this deep into the first. Strong, the 3 is good. Sarah Strong with 7 points. Shot it at just under 43% from 3 this season. And that is going to be a travel as UTSA turns it over for an 8th time.
So you see the on-ball screen. Hardaway comes off, a little bit of space, able to shoot and finish over Sarah Strong. And then the other way, just a quick little handoff as well from Heckel to Sarah Strong, steps into the 3.
Sarah Strong on pace to be the first player since at least the 09-10 season to shoot 60% from the floor, 40% from 3, and 85% from the line. Strong, not that time. Rebound Arnold, out to Shade. Into Strong. Strong surveying. Arnold back to Strong. Strong going to drive it this time. Gets the whistle against Hammonds. And Sarah Strong will shoot 2. First foul on Mia Hammonds. So the All-American goes to the line, 87% on the season. The favorite for National Player of the Year sinks to first. Hey, for the 6th straight year, every NCAA Women's Championship game is on the networks of ESPN. For more information, go to ncaa.com. You ready for this journey, partner?
I am so excited for this journey.
A lot of dinners, a lot of shoot-arounds.
A lot of games.
A lot of games. Robles trapped, and that is going to be a held ball. Possession arrow belongs to UConn.
And that's the thing with Connecticut's relentless pressure. This is a quarter where they've only shot 39% from the field, 2 of 11 from 3, 40% from deep. And yet they make life so difficult because of the pressure that they apply on the defensive end of the floor.
Slight difference game in shot clock. DeBell, the drive, the kick. Heckel attacking, got fouled. Whacked hard by Mia Hammonds, her second. And free throws here for Kaylee Heckel, the USC transfer.
Ryan, you and I and Holly did UConn's first game of the season against Louisville in the Armed Forces Classic, and talking to Coach Aramba before that game about keys to the team this season, and he talked about point guard play. KK Arnold and Kaylee Heckel, and the question of how they were going to be able to run the team, and in this moment in the NCAA tournament, and both of these young women have played incredibly well all season long, in particular the emergence of KK Arnold.
Well, they've delivered on any fears he's had up to this point. Hardaway the fling, and that'll do it for the first. Connecticut, a 19-6 lead after